Hey guys, what's up? I'm like really tired. It just like hit me all of a sudden. Oh god, I have not been sleeping well at all. Basically the past especially the past week. What's up? Have you been? I'm tired. I'm so tired. And these this medicine, one of the symptoms is like really super vivid dreams. And I have super vivid dreams like every night, which I think help when I'm asleep. But I like I'm way worse. I already had like a sleeping issue, but like now it's way worse. Seen the new Cobra Kai season 5 trailer yet? It's awesome if you haven't, and has really hyped up this season well. I haven't seen it yet. When did it come out? Well, I saw some stuff, but it depends on when it came out. Hey, what's up, Shania? Hey, Mary. It was sick. Probably my favorite trailer they have done. Wow. Did it just come out today? Yo, sleepyhead. I'm so tired. I'm surprised I don't have like massive bags under my eyes. I have like a little bit of bags under my eyes. But I think it's because I just already don't sleep that well. So my body just is already prepared. But just lately, it's been so bad. And my nausea's been bad. It's just, I'm a hot mess right now. I actually finally ate a decent meal. When I had dinner, I thought I was going to throw up, but I didn't, so that's good. See the trailer of Stupid Wife. It's a Brazilian web series here on YouTube. Huh. Hey, Lucy. I miss you so much, too. I know, has it been like a month? Has it been more than a month? It's been a while. Must have seen teaser trailer a few months ago. Set the date on the release, but need to remind you on the 9th of September. I mean, I know when it is. I have it on my list to do, for sure. Cobra Kai is one of my bigger shows. Oh my god, my nose itches so much. The bottle barely grazed the edge of my nose. Talder Kiss, I did not see that. So, it's unscripted. They kissed. I wonder if I can... I'll show it to you on here, but I want on, like, my phone. But I wonder if I can pull up I could probably pull up the photo and just pop it up on stream for, like, a better... It's on Twitter and on Instagram. Hold on. I don't know if you can see it that well. Maybe. Kinda. A little bit. That's the photo. I'll see if I can, like, somehow get it up on the... Let me see if I can do it. Let me see if it'll allow me. Am I signed in through Google, or do I have an actual... Okay, here we go. Save image. Okay, now let me see if it'll let me do it. Should be under downloads. Is this it? Yep. There you go. Let me move it. I'm gonna move it like over here-ish. Isn't this so cute though? The only downside to this is that it's unscripted, which means that Talder is probably not ever actually gonna be a thing. That's a good photo though. That's like a That's a good high res like photo. It's been so long, I don't know. How are you? I'm fine. I'm tired. All this medication got me like effed up right now. Hey there, I don't know if you've already said it already, but are you gonna watch and react to A League of Their Own? Yes, it's actually coming out not tomorrow because that's Motherland Fort Salem, but then the day after, so Friday, is gonna be the first. I've already recorded the first episode. I was gonna record more, but I have been feeling like shit the past couple days. I recorded the first episode 2 days ago, 3 days ago. So I really wanted to record an episode. I wanted to record the second one yesterday, but I felt yesterday was really bad. Today was really bad too, but like I was able to record Motherland Fort Salem this morning and be okay. But I really, really want to try and record. Like, I'm good to recording until Friday, but I want to try and see if I can record the next episode tomorrow. Because I'm already in love with A League of Their Own. I've only seen the first episode, and I'm already in love with it. Yeah, what, TALDER KISS? Yeah. Please wait for me 20 minutes, Cass, not talk about the kiss. Please wait for me. Well, too late. It's unscripted. It's not, I hate to burst your bubble, but it's not real. It's unscripted. But still. It's not a spoiler. I didn't give you a spoiler or anything. Or maybe I gave you a spoiler to the fact that it's not, to the fact that it's unscripted. I don't know. Is that next week or never? Never, unfortunately. No, it was, they did it unscripted in, it was for this episode that was last night. But they did it unscripted. Let me tell you, the episode from last night had me in like a fucking emotional roller coaster because I was like stressed out, and then I was like super happy, and then I was pissed off because like no spoilers, but like I was so pissed off. I was so pissed off from the last night's episode. And then like you get sad. There's sad. You're sad in it towards the end, and then I'm like, ugh. So. Have you seen the trailer for Wednesday Addams? Yes, I watched it today. Yep. So you know what's funny is I'm a huge Addams Family fan, like huge. And while we were thinking about names for a baby, like hopefully if everything goes right, I think we've just finally decided on the boy's name. I don't know, we kind of always just go back and forth on a couple of boy names, but the girl's name we've had down for like years, the first name anyway. So we've had the first name down for years, and then we just decided the girl's middle name the other day because it was a joke. So I guess I'll tell you the middle name or whatever, right? Because that's the whole point of like why I'm saying this. But so Anna and I were talking one day, and we're like, what would be so cool is if the girl is born on a Wednesday, then we should call her like first name Wednesday. And then I was like, oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. So we were like, yeah, we hope that she's born on a Wednesday so that we can give her Wednesday as the middle name. And then we were thinking, and we were like, wait, we could just name her Wednesday. Like, we don't have to like do it because she'd be born on a Wednesday. So her middle name is gonna be Wednesday. Isn't that cool? I'm like so excited. Well, I'm hoping, I don't know, like I hope that we have I don't like, I don't care if it's a boy or a girl, but like the girl name is so absolutely amazing that I would love to have a girl just so that I can like have the name like there. But yeah, the boy name is good too. I like the boy's middle name as well, but we go back and forth on the boy's first name. So, anywho. New meds always suck. Well, yeah, and I'm allergic to them. I'm allergic to my injections. So that's not fun. But I have to take these injections for another 4 weeks, at least. Or around about-ish 4 weeks. I really should have peed before I came and streamed. But I didn't. So, I'll see if I can hold it. If not, I'll just, like, I won't end the stream. I'll just take a break and go pee and come back. Unlike last time. I can't believe I'm going to do it again. I've had to pee so much. Ah! The only downside to this pic is that there is no scene of them doing a 69. Mikey! Glad you liked League of Their Own on my second watch. Like your second full watch? Or, like, have you watched the entire series already? Or I guess it's not, I mean, it's a series, but it's like the whole first season. I loved the first episode. Although I'm like, when they're at the moment where they were in the closet or whatever, and that whole scene happened, I'm like, hello? And then I was kind of mad. I was like, what the fuck just happened? So, League of Their Own literally cleansed my soul of being queer baited for all those years. I really, like I said, I really wanted to watch another episode last night, but I just did not feel well. Hi, House Anna made me go see that post. Just made my day. Oh, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the Talder Kiss or whatever? I ship Tally and Garrett and his wife. Polyamory. Tally? Who's Garrett? Garrett and his wife. Who's Garrett? I don't know who Garrett is. I'm trying to think who Garrett would be. We don't have that many male characters, I don't think. Either that or I just don't pay attention to them. How's Anna? She's good. We've both just been working a lot, but she's good. It's storming outside, by the way. I don't know if you guys can hear it. How'd you feel about what they did with Tally and you know who in the last episode? Oh, I was so mad. Let me tell you. I'm still mad, if you can't tell. But I'm mad. Mad. When it came up, I was like, no! I was like trying to block myself from watching it. But I was like, I was so mad. I was like, what the F? And then the fact that they did this, the fact that they had a kiss unscripted, I was like, well, then this just basically says that Talder isn't going to be a thing because they did an unscripted kiss. If there was a scripted kiss, they would not have done this. So it kind of frustrates me a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love this, okay? Absolutely love it. But it's the fact that they did it before the finale. I'm like, fuck. That means that there's no Talder. So it kind of bums me out a little bit, but... Wednesday's full name is Wednesday Friday Addams. Is it? I don't even remember what her middle name is. Well, that doesn't sound healthy. What, working all the time? I think it's our version of healthy. Garrett was the guy that Tally was originally hooking up with. Oh, that's right. And then you were talking about with his wife. Hey, if that's what they want to do, no judgment. That's how come I don't remember him, though. He's, like, all the way back from season 1, and he's not a main character, and he wasn't really anyone that I really cared about, so I don't remember him. He is from the first season, her first love on the show. Well, first sexual partner, I should say. I mean, I guess technically she did love him in the moment or whatever, right? But I don't know. Saw your video on last night's episode of Paper Girls. Season 1 was the 70s, not 60s, though. I said it was early 70s, like 70, 71. The creator said he has, like, 4 seasons planned. Well, hopefully it gets freaking renewed. I knew it was close to the 70s. I said 60s, but it was close enough. It was close enough. Yes, I have to watch the whole season twice after today. Need a renewal for this for Paper Girls. They were both fun in their ways. Oh, you watched the whole League of Their Own. It was funny because I was talking to Anna and I told her, and I was like, because she loves Abby, like loves Abby Jacobson. And I told her, and because Anna has rewatched, one of her favorite shows is Broad City, and she's rewatched Broad City like 4 or 5 times, something like that, like through and through, loves Abby Jacobson. And so I told her, and I was like, I said, Abby is going to be in this show that I'm watching called League of Their Own. And she's like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, but I think she's supposed to be a lesbian in it. And Anna does not like, she does not like watching, she doesn't really like watching any sort of romantic show or anything. Because she doesn't like watching people like kiss, make out, PDA, having sex. Like, that's not her thing. And I said, I told her that I would watch the whole first season. I said, but if you really like her, then you should try, like, maybe we'll watch it. And I said, but I'll watch the first season and let her know how it is. But she loves Abby Jacobson. And it's funny. It's hilarious, too. I told her, I was like, I was dying laughing throughout most of the first episode. And I said the only thing that she wouldn't like about it was the fact that, like, it's gay. It's at least 1974. The movie at the drive-in is The Longest Yard. Came out in 74. I'm not ready for Motherland Fort Salem to be over. I know, me either. I really hope. Now, Lynn Renee, when she posted the pic on Instagram, she added Hulu and said something about the season. So I was like, ooh, hopefully this is like a little bit of a, like a, whatchamacallit, like a, what's it called? Not like an Easter egg, but like a little hint of, like, maybe the fact that the show is gonna, like, Hulu has picked it up. I don't know. I'm, like, probably looking for things that aren't there, but I loved KJ's interactions with her future girlfriend. Those scenes were so good for me. I thought that they were really cute, too. It was funny because when she was, like, she asked her, she was like, how do you know when you like movies? So the girl's like, movies? Oh, movies. And then I was like, yeah, she got it. But yeah, I thought her interactions with her were super cute too. You watch any more episodes of In From the Cold? No. I honestly have not watched any TV when I'm getting ready for bed. I've just been passing out, honestly. Probably what'll happen is the same thing tonight. Like, I'll probably, because I'm already, like, super tired. But, so whenever I get off of here, I'll probably go get ready for bed and then just pass out in the bed. I'm trying to watch TV before I go to bed, but I cannot right now. Because I've been so tired. I've been trying to stay up because they say, like, the more sleep that you have actually makes you more tired. So I've been trying to hold off. Because normally what it is like I won't go to sleep until like 10 at least. And then my alarm goes off at like 6. So that's like almost borderline too much. But my issue is whenever I sleep, is I can fall asleep like nobody's business. I could fall asleep. Once my head hits the pillow, I'm like out. But I can't stay asleep. So I'll fall asleep for like maybe 30 minutes, wake up for an hour, and then fall asleep again for like 30 minutes. I'm like, it's in 30-minute intervals. I'm also a super light sleeper, so that's how come I wake up like all the time. Are you continuing with Dark? Yes. It's just not, the next season I'm not going to be able to do until the end of September. I have it as, no, I'm sorry, the beginning of September. Well, there's 16 episodes in season 2, so it'll be from the beginning until the end. Yeah, because the first episode, I have it as upload on September 1st, and then the last episode, upload on September 30th. Like, so it'll be the whole month, off and on. Because, what else is in September? House of the Dragon. We'll see how that goes. I want to watch it. I'll record the first one, see how it does. If it does shittily, then I won't continue doing it. And I'll just move Dark, like, more into that like time slot. And also Cobra Kai comes out that month too. So Cobra Kai takes precedence over all of them, but anytime before Cobra Kai and then after Cobra Kai. And then I don't know when I'll be able to do season 3 yet, because I don't have like that much time. I have this month and next month completely booked. But that's it so far. So what year/decade do you think the 2 older girls will be in? Maybe the 40s? The thing is I think that they went to the future. Because what was her name? Pyrus? I think that's what her name was. They told them in the beginning, like, hey, do you really want to help your friend, like, cure her cancer or whatever? And they were all like, yeah. So I think they went, like, my original thought, and I said it in my reaction, is I thought that they were going to be, like, near the same time zone, but they were going to be, like, 2 different age groups. Like, I thought that Mac and KJ were going to be, like 16, 17, 18, or older. I don't know. And then the girls stayed at the age of 12. And then they were going to, like, have some sort of, like, weird, like, try to figure out, like, the whole dynamic at that point. Like, that's what my first thought was. But then, after we saw the part where Aaron and Tiffany landed in the early 70s or mid 70s, whatever. I think that Mac and KJ I think they went to the future. After I was, like, thinking about it, I think they went to the future, and they'll probably try to figure out how to cure Mac's cancer. I thought they went to the future. Oh, yeah, there you go. So, another person who agrees with me. What do you think of the cast of Wednesday? So, I think Jenny Ortega was the perfect person for that role. I don't think anyone else, other than Christina Ricci, like, could do that role. And then, of course, like, the original Wednesday, right? But I don't know her name at the top of my head. The original Wednesday, Christina Ricci, Jenny Ortega. Perfect casting. Perfect casting. Catherine Zeta-Jones, we'll see. I like Catherine Zeta-Jones, but we'll see how she does in this role. I love her as an actress, but I don't think I've ever really seen her in this type of role before. So we'll see how she does. And I'm a little bit, I feel like I'm going to be a little bit more of a critic because I love the Addams Family. Another thing that I don't like, this is going to make me sound like a shitty person. I don't even know if I should say it, but I'm going to say it. I hate the cartoons. And no, I don't hate the cartoons, but I hate the fact in the cartoons that they make Gomez ugly, and it drives me insane because the original two Gomezes were like, that's the whole point. They were good looking. Morticia and Gomez were good looking, and that was kind of like the whole point or whatever, right? But then the cartoons came out and they made them short and stubby and ugly. And I'm like, what the hell is this? So I'm kind of frustrated, and Anna and I were talking about it, and I'm like, why did they do that to Gomez? Like, I'm so mad. Like, I'm so irritated. Like, let me see. Yeah, like, all of the Gomezes. All of them. All of the Gomezes were, like, good looking. So it drives me nuts that they made him not good looking. I'm not asking you to react to it, but have you seen Stargirl? No. I haven't. I'm not really into a whole lot of the superhero stuff, so it might not be like superhero-y, but thank God I'm not the only one who didn't like the cartoon Addams Family. Well, no, I liked it. Like, I liked the cartoon. I mean, it wasn't my favorite Addams Family. Of course, the original was my favorite, but like I still went to go see the cartoons because, hello, I'm like a huge Addams Family fan, so I had to go see it. I liked them, but I don't like what they did to Gomez. Like, I'm like, really? Cass, I'm back. Oh, hey, Francesca. What are we talking about? How, in the Addams Family, they made Gomez look ugly, and I don't like it. Like, the original Gomez was good looking, and in the cartoons they made him short and fat and ugly. I don't get it. I don't get the whole concept of trying to make him ugly now. Like, I don't understand it. Because he originally was a really good looking dude, and I feel like that's what they were trying to portray. And that's why they keep putting, like, good looking females as Morticia. And I'm like, why do you, like, all of the Morticias just kind of get hotter and hotter, and then poor Gomez is just, like, fucking ending up in the ditch. Poor Gomez. The original Gomez from the comic was not good looking. I know, but, like, from the movie perspective, like, once it hit the movies, they changed how they wanted the dynamic of the parents, how they, like, wanted them to be seen as, and their whole, like, dynamic was that they were good looking parents, and that they were supposed to be sexy. That was the whole thing. The whole point of them, like, in the movies, they were supposed to be sexy. And I'm straight. And, like, I could tell that they were trying to portray sexy parents. That's why they were, like, all over each other all the time, and, like they had that type of dynamic. So they went, like, I don't know. So if the cartoons were going based off of the comic books, okay. I can understand why they made them ugly. But I think that they should have went off of the original movie version, not the original comic book version. Maybe that's just my opinion, but I don't know, because I liked that they started portraying the good-looking parents and, like, whatever, and they were all over each other, and, like, that was the thing. I mean, they still are, but, like, you know. then I think you should try out the Sandman. It's not that superhero-like, even though the Sandman comics were a part of DC. People keep telling me to watch that one, too. And people keep saying that it's not, like, super superhero-y, but... And it's got LGBT stuff in it, I think, is what people said. So, I don't know. I just don't know if I'm going to have time to react to the Sandman. I don't know if people have, like, been telling me to, like, react to the Sandman or just watch the Sandman. Huge crush on OG Morticia. I know. Because all of the Morticias are, like, beautiful. They're all gorgeous. There was going to be an Addams Family movie 3, but the guy that played Gomez died? What? He did? I didn't know that. I don't even know who played him. Hold on. Addams Family cartoon cast. I didn't know that. No, wait. That's Oscar Isaac. He didn't die. He's, he's Moon Knight. Oh, you're not talking about the cartoon. Sorry. It just took me a minute to realize that you're not talking about the cartoon. You're talking about the OG. Gotcha. Sorry. My apologies. Sandman is more modern fairy tale. Should I try to watch that then? Like, I always say, should I just try to watch it on my own? But I can't fucking watch TV right now. I can't keep my eyes open. Can you guys hear that it's like thundering and storming outside? Raul Julia. He died before I was even born. He died young. He died at the age of 54 after suffering a stroke. I didn't know that. Me and my friends are watching you from Egypt, and we love you so much. Oh, I love you too. Sometimes I wish I wasn't from Florida, but I feel like it's not really it's not a compliment to myself to the fact that I say that I'm from Florida, but hopefully it gets better. We're gonna vote, so hopefully Florida gets better. It's so hard to have faith in politics, though. Raul Rafael Carlos died from a cerebral or cardiac vascular attack. Well, who's that? I don't think that's the same guy, is it? He died many years ago? Yeah, many. 28 years ago. He died before I was born. That was a long time. But he died like young. 54, I consider that young. I'm really trying to listen, but I can't move my eyes from that picture and the movie edit. The story is filling my eyes. Talder trash, I confess. Do you want me to shut it off? I can shut off the picture. I just, because of the title of the of the stream, I figured that if people wanted to jump in, then they would know what I was talking about. But I can turn it off if it bothers people. It's probably way better quality than, like, my actual video anyway. The guy that plays the Sandman makes you go between wanting to root for him to wanting someone to punch him in the face. Oh, lovely. No? Okay. It's a good photo. I don't know. I wore a dress very similar to what Tally's wearing to a wedding almost a year ago. But that is the last dress I'm ever going to wear. I put on that dress and I was like, I'm never wearing a dress again. I've never really been a big dress person. When I was young, I wore a dress, like, to, like, dances and stuff. But then that's the only time I wore a dress, is at dances. And then after high school, I didn't wear a dress until my wedding day. So I wore a dress on my wedding day. It's funny because it's not what you would think that I would wear, because it's super, like, it was a super princessy type of dress, but I loved it. When I was looking at it on the hanger, and I'm like, but I put it on and I was like, oh my God, I look good in this dress. So that was my wedding dress. And then after that, I wore a dress that looked similar to this. It was like that color too. It was green. It actually is very, very, very similar to what she's wearing, because it had like the neck thing and it had the back. The only thing that was different is mine didn't have pockets. These have pockets. And mine had, it was kind of like ruffly. It wasn't like smooth. It was like, it had like ruffles or whatever in it. And I put it on, and I looked good in it, don't get me wrong, but I was like, I am not wearing a dress again. Like, I just don't like the way I feel in dresses. I told Anna, like, when I was sitting there, I was like, I feel so uncomfortable. Like, and it wasn't the fact that the dress was uncomfortable, because it wasn't. I was like, I just don't feel like, I don't feel like myself. And Anna was wearing a tux, so Anna will go back and forth between wearing, like, okay, let me tell you, Anna will look like a fucking supermodel if she wants to. And, but at this specific wedding, she decided to wear a tux, and I wore a dress, and I'm like, I just wanted to, as soon as photos were done, I went and changed. I put on my pants, and I think did I wear a wife beater? I wanted to say, it was a lesbian wedding too, okay, so we weren't like completely out of it if I was wearing a wife beater in jeans. Was I wearing boots too? I don't think I was wearing boots, but I was wearing Vans, so still gay shoes. But yeah. Original Gomez was the father of Samwise Gamgee? I don't know how to say that. John Aston and Sean Aston. Huh. Jess and Lynn gave the Talder fans what they craved. Yes, they did. It's all Lynn's fault, though, because she started it. Lynn started that bullshit. Lynn started Talder. Let me tell you. She did. Were you upset that you couldn't hear the vows? A little bit, but I can see the fact, like, why they didn't, because it would have taken up way too much time. Because if you really think about it, there was 4 of them. And for each of them to say their own vows, it would have probably taken up, they probably would have had to, like, they would have had to cut extra stuff out for them to do their vows. So I get it. I wasn't, like, super mad about it. I would love to see that dress. Which one? Oh, my wedding dress? I don't know if I have a good photo of, I don't know. I'd have to honestly dig through my photos. It used to be my background photo, but I changed it to my dogs. How lesbian is that? Hold on. Let's see, we got married like over 3 years ago. So, my like, whatchamacallit thing is all, my photos on here are all just like memes and shit. Oh, there's this one, but you can't see my dress. You can see my hair, and I had blonde highlights, which I'll never do that again. And then my sister's in it. My sister wore tux. I don't even know if you can see that. No, it's too bright. I don't know if it'll help if I lower the... Not really. But you can't see the dress. You can see the flowers in my hair. But I think when we got the photos, I don't think I downloaded them. My wedding photos. Because I hate, let me just tell you, I am such an old soul. I hate using my phone. I never use my phone. I think Anna has all the wedding photos. And, like, the guy has the, like, he has the site for... I have more of my friend's wedding dress photos than my own wedding dress photos. I'm trying to see. I know, okay, so I know that I do have at least one photo in here. And that's when I tried it on. So, let me see if I can find it. I'm going to try to read some stuff while I'm looking for it, though. Hold on. I get it, not a big dress person myself, but I love skirts and heels. tried. But I just, if it's not pants, I don't like it. I'll wear like shorts around the house, but I won't go out in public in shorts. I take that back. I'll only go out in public in shorts if it's board shorts and I'm going to the beach. I'm really that type of lesbian. I only wear pants. See, I'm wearing... The dog jumped on me earlier, so I have, like, a paw print on my white pants. But these are sweatpants. I'm always wearing pants. Not to change the subject, but what shows are you guys currently watching? A lot of gay stuff. Pretty much with the way it's going right now. I just got done with Paper Girls and about to... continue watching League of Their Own. Personally, I'm watching Harley Quinn. And that's it, because any other show, like, and I'll watch that during the day. Actually, I'll watch it in the morning when I'm eating breakfast. I know I have it in here somewheres. I have a lot of random shit on my phone. God, if you guys could, like, end up just seeing my scroll as I'm going through my photos, you would think, like, what the hell is wrong with you? But there's some, like, gorgeous photos of my wife on here, and I'm like, oh, what the F? But see, there's a good photo of Anna. Oh, you can't even tell. I was like, there's a good photo of Anna, but it's not me. I know. She looks like a... Oh, wait, hold on. But I don't know if you guys can see it really. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can send it to myself. Oh, here we go. Let's see if I can airdrop it to myself. Okay, I airdropped it. Let me see. I'll put back on the Talder one here in just a second. It's on here as a download. Why aren't you... File, save... I'll put it on my desktop, maybe. Why aren't you saving? It's a PNG, so it should save. And it's as a download. I'm so special sometimes. Oh, what the F? Oh, it won't even let me copy it. It's there. Move to import, export. I don't know why it's being... I love dressing up for weddings and formal parties. I like to dress up, but I don't like dresses, if that makes sense. Like, I'd wear a pantsuit all day long. I love pantsuits. Or I've never worn a tux, but I think wearing a tux would be cool. You really should try watching Stupid Wife here on YouTube. It has English subtitles, even though it is an independent web series. The story is very good, and the actresses have a lot of chemistry. It sounds good. Went to a Talder crazy mode when I saw the Talder Kiss. I know. Me too. I'll put it back up, but hold on. I wanted to try to see if I can get this, my wedding photo, to show. Because I was going to show you both of our dresses are on here. In this photo. But I can't get it to... What the F? It didn't even do it. Hold on. Okay, I did it again. Options. open. Well, it was opening before. That wasn't the issue. Add to photos. Okay. How about now? Photos. Aha! I got it. Okay. Here we go. Oh. I need to turn it back on. Oh, hold on. I need to fix it. Now, granted, this is like 3 years ago. Can I crop it real quick? Is that like an easy crop? I don't think so. I don't think there's an easy crop. Order, move, transform, edit, copy, reset. Can I crop it? Is it easy to crop? Oh, nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I don't want the left. I just wanted the... Oh, I need to do more than that. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. Okay. There we go. There we go. There's one of our wedding photos. I'll try to answer some of these stuff. Hold on. Yeah, same on Stargirl. I'm watching Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin, and Stranger Things. A bunch of people want me to do the Pretty Little Liars too, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully Motherland Fort Salem gets picked up because I need to see more Tally and Sarah happy. I know. Me too. Even though we can only really see it if it's unscripted, which, like I said, I'm a little bit frustrated that they uploaded that kiss when they did. Like, if they would have uploaded it, like, after the finale, then I would be really happy about it. It's the fact that they did it and said it was unscripted, and then I'm like, now you just said that there's no Talder, and you just gave us something to just be okay with it, you know? That kind of drove me nuts. You guys look so beautiful. Oh, thank you. I have blonde highlights in this photo, though. Never in my life have I ever done highlights or dyed my hair at all. And then for some reason, I'm like, oh, why don't I get blonde highlights before, like, the week before I get married? That was such a dumbass mistake. Because I hated it. I hated the blonde highlights. And I actually got my hair dyed, like, the whole thing after the blonde highlights. I got it dyed, like, a super dark brown. And actually, Anna was like, oh my god, your hair looks so good as, like, a super dark brown. She's like, you need to do it again. But I'm contemplating doing it the opposite way. Not, like, blonde again, but, like, because my hair is naturally red. So I want to do more, like, either copper, like, all copper, or that all dark brown color, but I'm not sure. Because that was good. I look better when it's, like, darker things. I don't look better with, like, lighter tones because I'm already white, so adding blonde just makes me look ugh. No TV shows. I like just crack videos. Depends on the crack video, because sometimes I hate crack videos, but sometimes I love them, so it depends on them. What are your thoughts on Shauna and Jackie from Yellow Jackets? Gay, let me tell you. Okay, and Anna thought the same thing. Actually, every person that I got to watch Yellow Jackets, they were like, I thought Shauna and Jackie had, like, a thing going on. I was like, I know, right? Because, like, Shauna, especially Shauna, like, I thought that Shauna had a crush on Jackie, because every time Shauna would, like, kind of stare at her, or, like, she would see Jackie in, like, this slow motion, like, whatever, and I'm like, I told Anna, and I was like, I'm quite sure that Shauna has a crush on Jackie. Like, and I didn't, okay, when I first told her, I did not say that because I wanted to see what her reaction was going to be. And, like, as you're watching it, she's like, wait, that doesn't, I'm so confused. I was like, I know, me too. So I thought especially that Shauna would, and I don't know, maybe Shauna's like bisexual, but like I could have sworn that she was in love with Jackie, but okay. I would love to see Sarah and Nikta fighting together in Africa to get the last piece of the song. Would Nikta do that though? I feel like now at this point Nikta is gonna team up with the president. So she's gonna do whatever the president wants her to. Did you read the link I sent you on Twitter from Kristen Ritter is set for the lead role in Orphan Black sequel series spinoff Echoes? Yes, I thought I did. I know I clicked on it because I went to look at something. I think I did, but I don't know. It's been a while. My memory is not the greatest right now. Being released in 2023. I'm in filming now. Oh, you're talking about Orphan Black? Here, I'm going to take my photo off now. I'll put Talder back up there. Where the F did it go? Oh, I bet I know what I did. There you go. It's back up. Also, hope Lynn and Jess get an invite to Klexicon so we can watch it online. I want to go to a Klexicon so bad. I want to go to one so bad. But given everything lately, I am like, I don't think we'll be able to go to a Klexicon anytime soon. I don't know, maybe. Depends. Dress up in a full set of armor. It's technically pants. Dude, I would do that. I would dress up in a... I don't care what I'm wearing as long as it's pants. Honestly. I just don't... I don't do dresses. I'm not very good. Like, I think it's a confidence thing with my legs. Like, I don't like the way that my legs look. And so I think that's why I wear pants all the time. But also, I just feel comfortable. Like, I feel comfortable wearing pants. You know? So I think it's a comfortable... It's like a... It's the same, for me, it's the same concept as why I put on makeup, because I wear makeup, because it helps me feel confident and like myself. And like, I don't wear makeup for anyone else, and I don't even wear that much makeup. Like, I shade in my eyebrows a little bit, because they are microbladed, so I could probably just leave them alone, but I shade them in a little bit. That, and I have scars on them, so it kind of, even though you can still see the scars. I shade in my eyebrows a little bit. I do a light foundation, and then I do eyeliner, mascara, that's it. So foundation, eyebrow, eyeliner, mascara, and I always have to reapply chapstick because I'm always like weird. I don't like my lips to be chapped, so I'm always like reapplying lipstick. But that's not, I don't consider chapstick makeup. Blonde and brunette couple. Are you talking about me and Anna? I mean, I guess at the time, technically, with my blonde highlights, but... Although, Anna has black hair, too. Unless you're talking about Jackie and Shauna. Was Jackie even blonde? I don't think Jackie was blonde, though. Oh, cute wedding pic. Nice. Thank you. I think that was my veil? I don't know. It could have been her veil. We both had a veil. Motherland Fort Salem gals were going to be in a London con. That's too far from me. Question in chat. My BFF had a deep discussion after... Should I be reading this if it's to chat? My BFF and I had a deep discussion after the storm dropped today for episode 9. Did some off-screen magic happen between Taylor and Amelia? I guess I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I'm enjoying Original Sin so far. I heard it was really good. I heard it was really, really good. That's another show that I would either have to watch by myself or figure out when I'm going to record it. It's on my list as like a recommendation. So like if I have like a time, or if a show ends up doing really poorly that I'm not expecting, then I can just replace it with that. But we'll see. Yes, I agree. Jackie and Shauna, I think, was the other way around 100% though. Jackie had a crush on Shauna, and Jackie didn't even like kissing her boyfriend. But it was so, if Jackie liked Shauna, it was so not obvious. For me, it was really fucking obvious that Shauna liked Jackie. Like, it was really obvious. And I think the thing with Shauna, and I think why she did stuff with the guy is, I'm trying to say this stuff without giving away spoilers. So why she did stuff with the guy, I think because she, like, that's her personality, though, because, and they even said it in the show, like, her personality is kind of destructive. Like, anytime she feels like she has something good, she has to, like, destroy it. So I do think that she does that, and I think that's why she was with what's-his-face. And I actually know his name, but, like, I don't want to say it, but I do think that Shauna had a crush on Jackie hardcore. And then if Jackie did, I could see Jackie having a crush on Shauna, but it was not obvious if she did. Shauna loves her husband, but she's not in love with him. Her relationship with him was always about Jackie. She loves Jackie. Agree to disagree. I don't know if I would say that she's in love with him. I think that they take care of each other. I think that that's the type of relationship that they have. So I do think that they love each other. I'm not sure if they're in love with each other. They both take care of each other, though. But I do think that, like I said, she got with the guy because she liked Jackie, and because she liked Jackie, she wanted to destroy that and, like, get with, what's his name? Alder with that sword, oh my god, so hot. I need Alder with a sword, slaying stuff, and riding a bike. Dude, if she ended up riding a bike, I would lose it. I already have a huge freaking crush on Lynn Renee. And, like, so the fact if she, like, rode a bike, forget it. That's the same way with Danielle Cormack. She rode a bike. I saw her. She rode, I don't know if she has her own bike or if she just, like, rode a bike for shits and giggles or something. But she looked fucking hot. And I was like, oh my god. But yeah, Lynn Renee, if she rode a bike, I'd lose it. I'm gonna need you to react to it, LOL, when you have time, of course. Oh, Original Sin? We'll see. I mean, unless people, like, if it'll perform okay, if I end up doing it in, like, October, then I'll do it in October. But, like, I don't have any time until October. Unless, like I said, unless something does terribly wrong. The only thing that I could see doing terribly wrong would be House of the Dragon, because it's not typically what I watch. And that's the only one, because Cobra Kai and then Dark Season 2 is the other one that's in there, along with League of Their Own. So I'm planning on doing League of Their Own, Dark Season 2, Cobra Kai. I'm not worried about those shows. The only one I'm really worried about is House of the Dragon. So we'll see how that one does. If it does poorly, I'll do Pretty Little Liars instead of that. But if House of the Dragon does fine, then I'm going to stay with that. And then Pretty Little Liars would have to wait until October. Have you heard the casting news for season 2 of Yellow Jackets? Yes, I have. I'm a little bit bummed that they publicized it, though. Because I was looking at Twitter, and it was on Twitter, and every time I drink out of that bottle, it tickles my nose, and it drives me bonkers. But anyway, I was looking at Twitter, and then they stated, like, the people, they were like, oh, you know, because the whole, like, again, without trying to give away spoilers, the whole point of the ending of Yellow Jackets is you're not supposed to know who's left, who's alive, and who's dead. And then they were like, oh, we're doing casting for, like, these people. Thank you for telling us. Kind of mad, but okay. I'm not mad, but I'm like, you just, why? And then they were, like, playing it off like, they were like, honey, yeah, now you know, huh? Like, what? I don't know. I just feel like that was the wrong move. I don't feel like that they should have, I don't think that they should have told us. I felt like that should have been a secret. Cass, they told me League of Their Own is super lesbian. I believe it's super lesbian. I mean, I haven't watched the whole thing. I've only seen the first episode. Everything that I've heard is that it is super lesbian. The first episode is pretty damn lesbian. I mean, if it's anything like the first episode, then yes. But I don't know. We'll see. Because I haven't, like, obviously I haven't seen it, so I can't say one way or the other. But, yeah. Well, they announced it because they couldn't hide that sort of thing. Yeah, I get it. But if they wanted to try hard enough, they could. It's the same thing for, like, fucking Marvel movies and shit, right? Because, like, theoretically, they're like, oh, you don't know that we're doing casting for this one part or whatever. Because that's, like, a big part. That's, like, a big spoiler for casting whatever. So, and I get that there's still going to be leaks and, like, whatever. But you can try. You know? Like, they could probably get away with it. There's still some movies that they don't tell you who they're casting for because it's a big spoiler. I can't tell if that's, what's the word I'm thinking of? Troll. I'm not sure. The way that you, like, capsed everything, it almost looks like a troll, but at the same time, I'm like, I was like, no, because it's also true, so I don't know. But love to see two good-looking women locking lips. Yes, I know. Peaches have LGBT upgrade from movie. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. I'm going to try to drink this without touching my nose to the bottle. I got they didn't even tell the actors that they were auditioning for the show. Yeah, but then what's the point of publicizing it after the fact then? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they shouldn't have. I felt like they should have tried to keep it a secret. If they wanted to hard enough, they could have kept it a secret. But they didn't. I forgot I was going to try to not have it touch my nose, so I touched my nose just a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys, I took my pill the other. It was funny because I was, like, recording. He's still there, too. It's really funny. He's got to be dead. Because if he's still there. So it was funny, I was recording something. And I was doing my intro, but my alarm went off in my intro. So I kind of had to, like, redo a part of my intro. But my alarm went off because I had to take my meds. So I took my meds. So it was being recorded or whatever. And I went to, because that specific pill likes to stick to either my tongue or the roof of my mouth anytime I get, like, water in my mouth. So I went like this to, like, fling the pill back. And as I did it, there's a spider right up there. And as soon as I saw the spider, the water, like, went right down my throat. And I'm like, I started coughing really bad. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I know how to take a pill, but like when you fling the water and then, but also you see a spider, you just like, oh. It was pretty funny. I can't remember what video I did that with. It was either the first episode of League of Their Own or it was the episode of the finale of Paper Girls. I think it was Paper Girls. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Paper Girls. No, I was talking about Game of Thrones. The actors for House of Dragon did not know they were auditioning for the role. Oh. I see what you're saying. Got Game of Thrones. Gotcha. Because we were talking about Yellow Jackets, but I get what you're saying. Oh, shit. Gotta love Florida, right? Yeah, I'm not surprised that they did that. I feel like it almost might get too much, like, hype, though. I'm hoping it's still going to be good. A League of Their Own has 5 LGBT on the Peaches. Oh, the Peaches. Their name of the team. That's what you were talking about. I was like, what are you talking about, Peaches? Still keep forgetting to not have it touch my nose. So is Cheryl now going to be the same age as the Power 4 on Riverdale? Oh, I have no fucking clue. I don't watch Riverdale. I kind of feel like it's going to be overhyped, but I still want to watch. But I am a huge Game of Thrones fan. Me too. We'll see how it does when I record it. We'll see. I might change my mind. Sometimes I'll think, like, I'm like, as I get closer and closer to it, I'm like, no, that's not going to be good. But we'll see. I'm planning on doing it. Like, I have the box DVD set for each season of Game of Thrones. So do I. But I have that because when Anna and I first got together, I had already watched. I was caught up with Game of Thrones. And there was, like, one season left that was, like, coming. It was, like, the month before the final season of Game of Thrones. And I told her, and I was like, listen. And I said, if you're going to be in a relationship with me, you have to understand that every Sunday night, I'm going to go over to my parents, and we're going to watch Game of Thrones together. This is what we do. Okay? And if you want to come with me, you can. But if you want to know what's going on, then you need to watch the first 7 seasons of Game of Thrones. And so she was like, okay. She's like, I want to watch it. So, okay, this is just an excuse for me to watch it. And so, because she had not watched any of it. And she wanted to be a part of it. So, we binged watched, I'm telling you, 7 seasons of Game of Thrones in 1 month. If anything, I think we did it in a couple of weeks because we binge watched the shit out of Game of Thrones. And then whenever, and every time that we went over there, like Sunday night to watch it with my parents or whatever, my parents and I all have this thing where we would like air violin to the theme song or like air cello to the theme song. Because, and every time it came on, we always had to do that. And we were, or like, one of us would be like, bum, 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 bum. And like, so we would like all get into the theme song. And like, it was funny. Because like, when you're a huge Game of Thrones fan, you love the theme song. Like, I don't know a Game of Thrones fan that doesn't love the theme song. And that's why I say sometimes that Motherland Fort Salem's intro reminds me a lot of Game of Thrones, because like the music is like, okay, yeah, I mean, it's okay, you know, it is what it is, but like the actual theme, like the intro or whatever, like the whole thing, I'm like, why is this so Game of Thrones? For me, Game of Thrones was more about watching it with my brothers and spouses and talking about it with my friends about the show itself, or than the show itself. Yeah, I mean, we kind of did that too. We would like talk about, so what did you think whenever this happened, or like, did you think that this actually meant this instead? And like, oh, so we would definitely talk about it. Do you like old or young Nicta? Both. I think I miss the old Nicta though. I miss the old Nicta. So maybe that's who I would prefer. But I like both of them. I don't dislike the young Nicta, but I don't know. I miss the old one, so. My parents and I used to do the same thing on Sundays, popcorn and all. Yeah, we did it. We would, I mean, I think we just, like, we drank a beer or something, but. And my oldest brother, too. It's funny because it's a show that you probably shouldn't watch with your family, but you do. Like, and of course, like, anytime those scenes happen, like, all of us were just kind of like, what? Like, like, we would look away. But try to, like, look at it because you want to watch it, but then also, like, look away. I don't know. It's funny because you would think that Anna wouldn't like the show because it has a lot of sex in it. And she doesn't like that part, but she likes, like, all the other parts. Because Anna likes the same types of shows as me where it's, like, dark. Like, we like dark shows. Anna just doesn't like the sex part. And I do, and that's where we're completely different. Said the same thing to my wife. Oh, where you probably shouldn't watch it with your family. Especially, like, Anna, right? Like, Anna was watching it with her in-laws. Arden for being sassy. Yeah, I miss Arden. Cassidy for eye color. Whose eye color? Are you talking about mine? Because mine are a beautiful hazily green. But I don't think you're talking about mine. Never skip the intro. No. No. You don't do that. I think Motherland intro reminds me a lot of Black Sails mixed with Game of Thrones. Oh, I didn't watch Black Sails, so I don't know. It also reminds me of another intro, too, but I can't remember what show that was. The Game of Thrones intro, you had to be also focused because it showed with parts of the kingdom were going to be showing in that episode. Yes, it was. So yeah, you did have to pay attention to the intro. I mean, like, you could still understand the show without watching the intro. Like, I can understand if someone did skip it, like, you wouldn't be confused. But, like, and it's funny because if you watch the very first episode of Game of Thrones with the intro and you watch, like, the very end show with the intro, they're so different. Because in the very first one, it's so, like, plain and has, like, 2 or 3, like, buildings and, like, nothing else. Like, there's, like, there's not a whole lot of detail to it. But, like, the last one, there's so much detail. And, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. They gave... Oh, I already read that part. HBO is a primetime TV sex channel. It is. Showtime is kind of up there, though, too. Showtime and HBO. HBO had True Blood, which was very sexual. Anna also liked True Blood, but the sex thing got to her. I feel like if there wasn't a lot of sex stuff in it, it would probably be one of Anna's favorite shows. So True Blood was on HBO. You had Game of Thrones. What else was on there? I mean, there was a lot of stuff on there. I'm just trying to think of what it was. But Showtime had The L Word. It had, HBO also had Gossip Girl, but we don't talk about that because Gossip Girl is shit. Showtime had The L Word. What else did Showtime have? Showtime has some, like, crazy stuff. There was another show I was thinking of that was on Showtime too, but now I can't remember it. Oh my gosh, you have to watch Black Sails. That show was so good. There's so many shows I need to watch, and I'm so tired all the time. I need like a week off from work so I could just like sit and watch a bunch of fucking shows. No, I told her I am watching it with my siblings, and if you want to take part of it, good, but it's gonna be a thing. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's what I told Anna. I was like, listen, if you're going to be a part of this relationship, I was like, Sunday nights, let me tell you. I was like, you don't have to come. But if you want to participate, you're going to have to catch up on Game of Thrones. Black Sails was filmed on red cameras. Was it really? I love sex stuff in films and TV shows. My girlfriend goes all red, though. Oh, like as in like blushing, like she gets like nervous or whatever. I mean, if I'm watching it with my parents, then yeah, because that's kind of weird. But like, I'm not, I don't know. I think it would be weird to not get like blushed whenever you're watching it with your parents. I don't know. Like I would. But if it's just me or if it's just like my partner or something, I don't get all like blushed or whatever. I like it. I like that stuff. I'm not afraid to say if I like something or not. And I do. I like to watch that stuff on TV. But Anna does not. She does not like it. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know why she doesn't like it. But some people don't like it. So, you know. I don't know why I want to know how you and your wife met. It's a story. It's a story. It would probably take, I might be able to cut it down to like just a few minutes. I could tell you. I've told this story before, but I like telling it. Anna's always like, she gets embarrassed. She goes, "Oh, you're telling the story again?" I was like, "Yep." Shameless. I don't like Shameless because it's too effed up for me. It's too realistic for me. And it fucks up my mental state. There's some shows I don't like to watch, and I don't like to watch one of those. And if it's because it's like too realistic. Another show like that is 13 Reasons Why. I don't like to watch it because it fucks with my mental state. Also when the wall fell, the image of the wall changed in the intro. Game of Thrones was amazing. Yeah, it was. Yeah, when she blushes, I can tell she's getting turned on by it. Oh, okay. Lost Girl was on Sci-Fi. Lost Girl was good. I can tell you of the story of how Anna and I met. I mean, long story short, it was on Tinder. But our first date was pretty crazy. I'll try to somehow like shorten it into a few minutes. So, this was about almost 5 years ago. 6 years ago. Oh my god, it was almost 6 years ago when we met. No, it was not. Oh my god, it what? No. It wasn't 6. It was 4. No, because we've almost been together for 5 years. It's almost been 5 years. It's almost been 5 years. Okay. I got it. I had to figure out when the timeline was. Because I couldn't remember if it was 2017 or 2018. We went on our first date in 2017. So, our first date, we lived in 2 different towns. And we both kind of lived in a town where it was kind of in the middle of nowhere. But I lived in a very small town. And she lived in a bigger town. And anyway, so our date was, she invited me to go with her to this Christmas party, ugly Christmas sweater party. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know, yeah, sure. I didn't have an ugly Christmas sweater. I had to buy one. But anyway, so, but I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. Yeah. Because I was going on a date. And, so the plan was I drove to her apartment in this town that I had never been in the middle of it was already, because it's winter time, and it was like 9 o'clock at night, so it's pitch black. 9 o'clock at night, pitch black. And I pull up into her apartment complex, and I texted her, I'm like, oh, okay, hey, I'm here. I don't know where you're, because it's like most apartment buildings, there's like multiple whatever, and I'm like, so I don't know which one your building is, but I just pulled into the apartment complex, whatever. So I pull in, and she goes, okay, well, I'm in my car, so like whenever you get here, just come in my car. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, which was a little bit sus to me, because I'm like I'm just gonna get in this random person's car that I don't know, and like so I'm like, okay. And so, but I get out of my car, and then her car is black, and she has blacked out tinted windows, and she gets out of her car, and she's like, are you Cassidy? And I was like, yeah. And then she's like, oh, hey, I'm Anna. So then I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I get in her car. Meanwhile, I have a pocket knife. It's in my bra because because I'm going on a date with someone I don't know, so I'm gonna like protect myself, right? Because I'm not stupid. But I have a pocket knife in my bra, and I would call it my bra knife, because actually it was pretty small, but it had a clip on. It had like a clip on it. I don't even have it anymore because the clip broke. And I would stick it in there. And, but anyway, so I get in her car and she goes, oh, hey, so the party, I need to go get my ugly Christmas sweater. It's in my storage unit. So I have to go get it before we go to the party. And then I'm like, okay. Like this random, like, why is your ugly Christmas sweater in a storage unit? Like, we're going to the storage unit? Okay. I'm like, okay. But meanwhile, this chick is so hot that I'm like, okay, I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna see past this. and just think that I'm just gonna let it be, right? And so we go to her storage unit. It's still pitch black, like, outside. And she gets her ugly Christmas sweater, and then she gets back in the car. And so she goes, hold on just a second. Let me change into this sweater. So she, like, takes off her shirt. So she's just in a bra. And so I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know who this chick is, but she's already taken her clothes off. But I'm like, okay. And then she puts her ugly Christmas sweater on. And so I'm like, well, at least that's true or whatever, right? And so she goes, okay, so the party is in this other town that's in the middle of nowhere. And it's about an hour and a half drive. I'm like, okay. So normally I would never ever do this. Never. I've never done it before, and I've never done it well, obviously not since then, but like I'm like, okay. And she drives me. I've never heard of this town. And I've lived in the same state for like 20 some odd years at this point. Never heard of this town. She drives me an hour and a half away from like my vehicle in her town. And takes me to this other town that I don't know. And she pulls in, once we finally get to this town, it's an abandoned town. It's an abandoned town. And so I'm like, at this point, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing right now? I'm getting kidnapped and will probably get murdered. And so she pulls into this abandoned town and she just parks on the street because it's an abandoned town. So she just parked on the street. And we get out of the car, and I'm like, here we go. I'm gonna die. And she walks over to this abandoned, like, building. Like, no windows. The cement's falling off of this building. Like, I swear, like, the building probably would have collapsed any moment. And so, but you can't see anything. There's no lights, no whatever. And I'm like, what Christmas party is in an abandoned town in an abandoned building? And like I'm so gonna die. And I was like, my stupid brain, and like being attracted to this woman, I'm gonna die. So we like had to walk to the back side of the building, like through this alleyway to the back side of this building. And she opens the door. The first door you still can't really see anything. It's kind of dark. But then the second one, she opens the door, and then there's a party. There's a party in there. And I'm like, oh, okay. There's a party in there. So at least there's that. And there's a fuck ton of food and like drinks or whatever, right? Well, I'm like, I'm only gonna like drink something that I'm gonna open myself because I'm not that dumb. So I get like a wine cooler or something. And this party is like in this building. It looks like an abandoned Subway, like the Subway Eat Fresh, like the Subway restaurant, because there was green and yellow booths in there. And like you can tell where they maybe had like the food buffet thing, but they had the buffet thing taken out, but it was like a little step or whatever. I mean, it was pretty cool. It was like this like I'm like, okay, but like I am an introvert and I've never done this shit before. I never, like, anytime I went on a date was to the movies or like we drove separate cars. Like I had never done that before. Like never in my life. Like unless I knew them, would have never have done this. And so she, yeah, at the end of the night, she ended up like, what also happened is she told me, she goes, hey, there's not a bathroom. Can you help me go pee in the alleyway? And I'm like, okay. And I was like, sure, yeah. And I helped her go pee. And she did that to me like 3 times. And I was like, I swear to God, if she's going to kill me now, this is where it's going to be, an alleyway. but that was like her whole day. And she ended up drinking too much, so I had to drive her car back to her town and then take my car, go back to my town. And basically, I didn't get home till like 6 a.m. that morning, and then I passed out like the rest of the day. So yeah, that was our whole first date. I thought I was going to get killed. And it's so funny. The first time I ever told that story and Anna was with me, she's like, oh my God, I did not realize that that's like how that looked. And I'm like, you didn't think that it looked like that you were going to kidnap me and possibly kill me? She was like, no. Because she was like, in her mind, it was a college party. And like all of their college friends, like the college was in this, like, she went to this special college, like for her engineering degree and everything. And so it was like, it was a high, like a pretty high up there college, but it was like in this middle of nowhere freaking town. Anyway, I feel like I told that story the normal amount of time that I normally tell it, because there's just too much information that I can't like not tell, you know. And now I'm out of breath. Loki got the perfect car for kidnapping you. She did. It was a all blacked out Honda Civic with tinted windows. The tinted windows, I'm telling you, I think they were probably illegal, because like the more and more I got to know her, I was looking at her car and I'm like, I don't think that these are legal. And she goes, no, they're not. I was like, okay. The only thing that I think would have maybe have made that creepier is if it was like a blacked out SUV, but still. Most apartments only have a 2-hour parking for guests. I don't think it was like a timed parking situation, but there was like multiple buildings, and I didn't know what building she was in. And it was pitch black, so even if you could like try to see the numbers on the building, like you couldn't. Pocket knife, oh my God, Cass, so gangster. Well, at the time I didn't have my concealed carry. Now I do. Well, I do have my concealed carry, but it's not like, I need to go get it on my license. But anyway, so at the time I didn't have my concealed carry. And so I had it because I think I was going to say I thought I just turned 21, but I didn't. I was like 23 when we met. But anyway, I didn't have my concealed at the time because I got the concealed when we came to Florida. But anyway, so that wasn't the point. But I was always carrying a pocket knife at that time because I was in my... I need to carry it more now, but I don't hardly ever go out. Anytime I go out and I feel like I need to carry one, then I'll carry one. I used to carry one with me all the fucking time. But I had one that it was just perfectly small and it had a clip on it, and I would put it in my bra. I would have run. It sounds creepy, does it not? And she did not know. She did not know how creepy it sounded. Like one of these days, and Anna she came on stream like, I think like twice, but she doesn't really like to be, she can take a photo all day long because she's a fucking like supermodel or whatever, right? But like a video for some reason kind of freaks her out, which is the opposite way for me. I don't like getting my photo taken, but I can be in front of a camera all day long. But she doesn't like to be in front of a camera, or I would have her be in here and tell you like what she thought of it. To stop people from sneaking in, roommates. Oh, the apartments. Where was the town? I don't know now. I don't remember the name. I'd have to ask her. It was in Arkansas, where we used to live. Cassidy Gangster Adventure in Ghost Town with Anna. Yep. That's how I almost kind of knew. I'm like, I really got to have strong feelings for this chick if I did all this. Because even, like, I went on dates with girls before. And so this wasn't, like, my first date with a girl. And so it wasn't, like, I'm just not that type of person to, I have a lot of emotional issues, like attachment issues when it comes to like a romantic partner. I've actually never really had a good romantic attachment to a partner except for Anna. Like all of my past partners, well, they were either men or they were like women that I just went on like a couple of dates with. So it wasn't ever anything like serious. Even like serious relationships that I had, like the longest relationship before Anna was like a year, and I did not like him. So because I was gay, I just didn't know I was gay at the time. But anyway. But I would have, like I said, I never would have done that. And so I knew that, like, if I really automatically kind of liked her from that point on, I think we were talking for, like, 2 weeks before that. So I kind of had a gist of, like, what her personality was. And I'm like, I like her from, like, her personality from what she's saying on here. So I think that's kind of helped a little bit, of course. And then, but yeah, I was like, I really must like her if I'm doing all this. I would watch Cass and Anna TV show. I don't think Anna would ever do a TV show. We're very entertaining though, I feel like. What time are you off to sleep? Probably shortly. Wow, it's a love story at first fear. It kind of is. Like, and like our first date, so like our relationship is very different. Even to this day, like our relationship is very, very different. We've had a lot of difficulties and a lot of challenges, like most relationships, but I feel like I don't know. Our relationship is very, very different. But like whenever after our first date, like we were friends with benefits for like a month, maybe 2 months at max. 2 months at max. Until, which is a whole nother story, how we went from friends with benefits to girlfriends because I wanted something more serious and Anna didn't, and I was like, okay, fine, you know, I'm cool with like just doing friends with benefits, but just to let you know, like I'm gonna be wanting something more, and so like I will still look for another person and like go on dates if that's not what you want. I'm cool with it, but what I want is something serious. So we both had it like down, like that's what we wanted. And she wanted friends with benefits. I didn't, you know, like whatever. But I can tell that story or I cannot tell that story, but I think it's pretty entertaining, just like the first date one. Wi-Fi went out for a moment. How much of the story did I miss? Probably a good bit. Pretty much moral of the story is I thought I was going to get kidnapped / murdered. But I didn't. I'm still here. And we're married. What's a concealed carry? Where I can carry a gun. Not out in the open. Not like an open carry. Open carry means like I can just flat out put it on my hip and walk around anywhere. Walk around in public. But a concealed carry is that I can put it like, I can stick my gun underneath like my shirt, and like that would be fine. That's concealed. My gun's not in here though, it's in another room. Oh, weapons permit. Yep, show is. Ooh, like a gun? Yep. I did not mean like a really like TV show. I mean like a remake drama series with actors. Oh, yeah. I mean, it would definitely be entertaining, that's for sure. But I can tell you the story of how we went from being friends with benefits to girlfriends. It's not as a long story. But anyway, one of her friends. I always say one of our friends, but it was one of her friends. Who I didn't really like that much. But anyway, so she was also a fellow lesbian. She had just turned 21. We were going to this restaurant. Excuse me. called Old Chicago. I think it's a southern chain. Like, I know it's a chain, but I think it's just a southern chain. And honestly, I don't even think we have them in Florida. Because I haven't seen any. But anyway, so we went to this restaurant and called Old Chicago. We sit down. We're with like 8 people. Anna and I are sitting next to each other, of course. And then she has 2 or 3 people on her side, and then the rest of the people are on my side. And it was the one chick's birthday. And like I said, she's a lesbian. And so our waiter came, it was a waitress. Our waitress came over. She took our order, whatever. And I should tell you, something about Anna and I, is that every time Anna and I would go on a date, Anna would tell me, like to a restaurant, Anna would tell me, go hit on our waitress. I want to see what your game is like. And I would tell her, and I was like, I don't have game. And I was like, well, okay, I don't believe I have game. But then Anna's like, the fact that you don't think that you have game is your game. Like, she tells me that even to this day. But anyway, so she was like, go hit on our waitress. I want to see what you would do. And I was like, no, I don't want to. I'm on a date with you. And so she would do that every time that we would go to a restaurant. And granted, I get where she was coming from because we're friends with benefits. We're not girlfriends. Like, I get what she was kind of doing. She was just like jokingly playing along, whatever. But anyway, at this restaurant, I was talking to the friends on this side of me as Anna's like on this side. So I'm like, hey, and I was like, you guys know how Anna always tells me to like go flirt with the waitress and so that Anna can see how I'm doing and whatever. And so they were like, yeah. Because like everyone knew how our relationship was or whatever. So, and I was like, okay, so our waitress is not good looking at all. So if I go and get her number and bring it back, Anna's gonna know it's a joke because she's not good looking. And like, I'm just like gonna like basically say, hi, I did it, or whatever, right? So they were like, yeah, do it. So our waitress came over, and then she was leaving, and then I was like, guys, I'm gonna go to use the bathroom real quick. But the other friends knew what I was doing, so I went and I followed the waitress around the table. But the issue was the waitress went into the kitchen, and I was like, shit, I can't go into the kitchen. And so the manager comes out, and the manager's a good-looking lady. The manager is like a good-looking, like, blonde lady or something. She comes out, and I was like, shit. And so the manager looks right at me, and she's like, can I help you with something? And I was like, so yeah, actually, my friends over there at that table, they were like, because they were staring at us right at this point, and I was like, they made a bet that I wasn't going to get up and ask you for your number. Could you just like write down, I said, you couldn't even put 555 on it. Like, I don't care. Can you just like write down some random numbers on a piece of paper so I can go back and tell them that I got your number? And so she's like, yeah, of course. And so she pulls out this like receipt paper or whatever, writes down what I thought was a random batch of numbers. So I take it and I go back to the table and I slap it in front of Anna. And I was like, I said, I just got the manager's number. And so she's like, what? And I was like, yeah. I was like, you keep telling me to try to get the number. So like all the friends are dying laughing hysterically. And so I was like, yeah, I got her number. And she gets mad. She like stands up and leaves the restaurant. She doesn't like leave. She just like goes outside or whatever. And she is so fucking mad. And I was like, I did not think that this was going to happen. I thought she was going to give me a high five because she's asked me time and time again to do this. And then now that I finally did it, I thought she was going to give me a high five. And so I was shocked. I looked over at the friends and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? They were like, I don't know. And so when Anna came back, I was like, hey, so it's not real. I said, it's not a real number. And I said, I did it because you kept telling me to go do it, and I finally did it. and like, but it's not a real number. It turns out it was a real number. Like, it turns out that the lady actually did give me her number. But so that didn't help matters. But I didn't care. Like, I was on a date with Anna or whatever. But shortly after that, she was like, okay, because what had happened is because she saw that I could potentially get other women. I don't know where her brain was at, like, whatever. And so she realized that she didn't, like, want to lose me or whatever. So then she's like, okay. She's like, I don't want to be just friends with benefits. So that's how we went from being friends with benefits to girlfriends. That was a whole, we've had a couple of, like, first moments, but the first kiss was on that first date in the abandoned building. It was on one of those subway booths. We were sitting there as, like, there was, like, a DJ playing or something, and, like, that was our first kiss, was in that booth in the subway restaurant, abandoned subway restaurant booth. This is all turning into Cass story time. Cool, I'm all for it. I'm trying to think if there's some more stories, but that one was, the waitress's name, by the way, was Wendy, so sometimes, like, whenever we get frustrated, sometimes we're like, fucking Wendy, like, god damn it. So, like, it's kind of an inside joke now, but write both of your stories. I did it a few years ago for my wife and as a birthday gift. The thing is like, Anna, I feel like, is more frustrated with the stories more than she is like, I don't think she loves the stories. I think she gets frustrated at them. I think it's just because I've told them so many times that she's like, yeah, okay. Or, like, sometimes maybe if I say it and it doesn't make her, like, in her point of view, it doesn't, like, bring her across as the best person. Which I don't intend to do that because, and I told her whenever we were together, and I'm like, if you just want to be friends with benefits, that's fine, but I'm going to be dating other women then because I want something serious. Like, I told her, I was like, I'm not going to judge you for wanting something if it's different than whatever I want. That's fine. And I said, but I don't want you to do the same to me. Like, I don't want you to get mad if I go on other dates or whatever because we're just friends with benefits because that's what you want. So, you know, she caught feelings. Apparently she did, yeah. But she I think also it just really took her by surprise because I think Anna sometimes is kind of like macho and she's like kind of cool and aloof, and so whenever she tells people to do something kind of like that, I don't think she's like, how are they gonna react right now? Are they gonna get pissed off? Are they gonna like like whatever with it, or like are they gonna like what are they gonna do? So I think for her it was an experiment, and it was something that she was not expecting for me to do, and then she's like, no girl has ever like done that to her before. So game, set, match. This is the best love story I've ever heard. I mean, I don't know if it's the best love story, but it's our love story. I mean, it's definitely something I'm never gonna forget. Ever. I mean, like I said, most of the other dates that I've ever been on, first of all, I don't remember them unless they were just like absolutely terrible. But it was because they were so like plain or whatever, you know, they were like a movie or like, originally our first date we were talking about, we wanted to go on a hike. But then she was like, oh, hey, I was invited to this ugly Christmas sweater party. Do you want to go with me? And then I was like, yeah, sure. So, but our original first date was like, what we were trying to do was go on a hike. Because at the time we were both super active, which she still is, but I'm like not as active anymore. It's mainly just because all of the like health stuff going on right now, but that, and I hate going to the gym. Like, when I used to be super active back in Arkansas, I actually had stuff in my house. Like, I had a treadmill, I had weights, I had stuff at the house. I never went to the gym, but I had stuff at the house. Here, I don't have anything. I told her, and I said, I don't want a treadmill, though. I want, like, a Peloton bike after we get done with this whole health stuff going on. I want to get a Peloton bike. I want to get basically what I had before so I can start to get active again. Because I like to be active. I do like it. I just don't like going to the gym. There's a lot of things like smells and people and, all that. Cass, it's cute. As I say, you should write it down from your point of view and give it to Anna as a gift. I know, but what I'm saying is I don't think she would like it. That's the point. So I take it that you're a fan of Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Oh, can you tell? Oh, wait. Where's it at? Right there. It's because I'm twisting my arm. Right there. There you go. Can you tell? This is new-ish. I got it back in June. So it's darker than any of my others. Not that much darker, but it's darker. It's mainly, like, I love Assassin's Creed Valhalla. My favorite one is Odyssey, but the concept of, like... And I got it right here on purpose because in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, she makes a point because if any of you guys know the game, I don't know if you know the game or not, but, like, the hidden blade is supposed, because they're assassins, they're not supposed to be seen or, like, heard or whatever. They're quiet. They're, like, ninjas, whatever. So they have this hidden blade that comes out under their arm, and you actually, for it to properly work, depending on the game, the older games, you have to cut off your ring finger for it to properly work, so that, because the blade comes shooting out through your hand, like, right there, so it would actually come, like, right there, but, like, actually where your ring finger's at, so the blade would shoot up right there. And in the newer games, the blade doesn't shoot out through your hand. It just shoots out, like, if you go, like, kind of like Spider-Man, like, if you just kind of go like this, then the blade shoots out this way. But the older games, it shot out through your hand. And so it went like that. But anyway, so you had to, like, cut your finger. But whenever, in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, they give her the hidden blade because she's supposed to be a part of the thing, right? Assassin's Guild. And so they give it to her, and she puts it on the opposite side, so the blade like comes and sticks out like that. And they were like, but you can't do that. And she goes, why am I gonna hide my blade? Because they're Vikings. They wear their armor, or they wear their weapons. She's like, why am I gonna hide it? I was like, oh my god, that is so fucking true though. Like, especially with Vikings, because she's got, like, a fucking sword or, like, axes poking out. Like, what's the point of having a hidden blade? Like, you have, like, 50 million pieces of, like, blades and, like, weaponry on your body already. Like, and so the concept of having it, like, I always thought that was super cool. Playing Odyssey now, I need to go back to Valhalla and see the crossover. I've played the crossover. It's cool. I like both. I love Odyssey, I love Valhalla, and I love the Ezio series. Those are my like, top 3. And I say Ezio series because all of them are really good, but any of the other ones, they're, like, good, don't get me wrong, but, like, they're not as good as those 3. Is that the one that you used to play on stream? Did you finish that one? That was Odyssey. I don't think I've ever played... I may have played Valhalla, maybe, like, once or twice. But Odyssey I played several times because I really liked it. I do have to peel up. Hold on, let me see if I can. It's down here. Somewhere. Here it is. Oh, I don't like bending over when I have to pee. So that's Valhalla. But I always like to play, if it's an option, I like to play the girls. Because I'm a girl. And I like to play the girls. Oh my god, I have to pee. I'm surprised I held it this long because I've had to pee ever since we started. Where did the evil QK came from? So evil Q is evil queen, and then my first initial. It was my it's my gamer username, right? Is evil QK, but where I got that from is because I love the villains of the story in like movies and stuff, movies, books, like shows, villains to me always had the most interesting backstory. They're super cool. They're badass. Like, I love villains. My favorite one was the Evil Queen. And so whenever I created my name, I was like, oh, like I wanted something a little bit different, but not like crazy different or whatever, right? And so I think like Evil Queen was taken, of course. And then like Evil Queen K, I think was taken. And so, but Evil QK wasn't taken. I was like, ooh, perfect. So, yep. And then one of these days I want to get a tattoo for Evil QK, but I feel like what I would do is I would just get like maybe like a tiny, itty bitty, like maybe like this size, but like do like a crown. And maybe do that. When are you watching the rest of Dark? Next month, in a couple weeks. I'm starting on the 1st of September. Regina, I do love Regina from Once Upon a Time. She made me even more fall in love with the Evil Queen. More so than I already was. I mean, like, even when I was a kid, watching the cartoon of Snow White, I was always fascinated with the Evil Queen. I don't know, because I was like, Snow White is kind of like, she's not that interesting. But, like, anytime it came over to the Evil Queen, like, anytime it was showing her and, like, her stuff going on, I was always so much more fascinated with the Evil Queen. So, but yeah, and then Once Upon a Time, with having Lana Parrilla, another one I had a crush on. But anywho's, did you hear that Gal Gadot from Wonder Woman is going to play the Evil Queen in the new live action Snow White? No, she is not. Is she really? Because, oh my god, I would have to watch it. I hope so. Oh, very interesting story. Wanted to know. Yeah, Regina. Her name's Lana, but yeah. Lana was great. Charlize Theron was great as the Evil Queen. I didn't see her version. I did see that movie Mirror Mirror with Julia Roberts. Lana, sorry, autocorrect. I knew what you were trying to put. But anyway, guys, I have to pee really bad. So I'm gonna go. I have to pee. I'm surprised, like I said, I made it this long, especially because I drank like that whole thing of Gatorade on top of me already having to pee. So I'm very shocked that I was able to stay this long, but I think I had my mind off of it. But anyway, the Motherland Fort Salem episode comes out tomorrow, and then League of Their Own starts. And then this time next week, we're going to be talking about the finale of Motherland Fort Salem. And I'm just going to be so upset. I might cry. I don't know. Depending on how my emotions are going to be that day, I might cry. But anywho's, but yeah, I will see you guys next week, same time. Great way ending a stream. I have to pee. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, anyway, yeah, sorry. So, I'll see you guys next week, same time, and we'll try not to cry together, but I feel like a lot of us are going to. But anyway, bye guys.